about passion. I finally starting to realize never give up and go inside.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, Love. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
19 yards.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
It's third down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Working out of the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, Do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Following the interception, Love looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete.
Love's pass.
Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Try and run here with Swift. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 56, they'll run with Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They will run it with Swift here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Green Bay.
DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
The score, Packers 7, Colts 0. Sam Martin set to go.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Short yardage, Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
At their own 1-yard line.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Colts, nothing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Brought down by Mike Hughes.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys' member. Last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
And that is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
At the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
32-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw, Bridgewater going for it all. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
James on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
10 at the 1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. It's caught, Smith. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
A gain of a yard.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards, a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
50 cent, Mike, 50 cent. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's brought in by Harris. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Hopkins set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now James returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Kiki QT as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got Fitzgerald. And he goes out right around the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
This is Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Again, it's Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
and 4.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Love now to pass on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
56. Mike 56.
Throwing again. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones, he's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring them back within 4. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And a Packer first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Packers.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Once again, it's Swift. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 3rd and short.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Love looking to throw it. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
To Devontae Adams. Touchdown.
Devontae Adams. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
That's the score. Packers 28. Colts 17.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier, Dre Greenlaw on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. He gets it complete to Harris. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
57, Mike. Mike 57. That's trash.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Swift. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Green Bay.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Mike 53. 53. Mike. Stay back. 53 to Mike.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they settled for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Browns that wound up winners in that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Accepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Swift. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
31.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself,